All right, I'm back. I'm traveling, and I wanted to make sure I don't had to pull over and get this. All right, look at here. I want y'all to look at something. On May the 9th, I went down and filed a enter of default judgment against these individuals here for failure to answer my complaint pursuant to federal civil procedures. Okay? All these individuals, every last one of them, failed to answer within the 21 days that the procedures instruct them to do, and then the judge instructed them to do so. But I want y'all to see something. Now, this was on the 9th, May the 9th. How in the world, look at this, y'all, May the 8th, 2023, May the 4th, 2023, that the clerk of the court issued, and I'm just getting this now, they say they issued this docket information. But I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna get to in a minute. But look at here. If you can read it, because you can barely read this, like they ran out of ink. Okay. As you see, this was filed 12/13/22, and there's so much corruption going on in our judicial system today. Demand for look at my demand for what I'm asking for. That is not what I'm asking for. It's much more than that. But this is what they're deciding. The courts are deciding. But these are all the defendants. Okay? And then on the back, I want y'all to look at this. On the back of this. Now, the lawyer, and you can barely see it because of how it is written out. The lawyer for the Corporation of Montgomery County just entered their appearance after the clerk of the court notified them that I had filed a default judgment against some of the defendants. All right, I want y'all to read what is written here. You can barely get out on it. But what they want me to do is consent. I requested a jury trial, and they want me to consent to be heard by a magistrate after. Now, mind you, this is after I filed my default judgment against these individuals. What I find real funny is, now look at the date, 5/4. I requested a jury trial. And now they want me to consent to having a magistrate judge hear this case after I file a default judgment against these individuals. All of them are in default. And then one of the orders in this is that, where is it at so I can show you that I am now not able to file any motions without permission from the court or nobody, even the defendants can't file any motions without showing show cause of why they're filing the motion. Look, the corporation attorney, all these attorneys are professionals. They get paid to do a job. They didn't do their job. Now we seem to have a cover up because they didn't do their job. What they felt was, oh, this is a black man. He doesn't know the law, so he's not going to file anything. And now they got caught with their pants down. And it seems that somebody's trying to cover this up. We've already filled out our paperwork to take it to the appeals court. But a show cause order, failure to follow the procedures, ends this case. They are in default. They lost. And now we seem to have a cover up. I can't file any more motions, and neither can they until this consent is heard. I'm not consenting to anything. I requested a jury trial if this was to go forward. The defendants claim through their failure to answer the complaint, as the federal rules state, agree with my complaint that they did what they say they did. Now, the corporation of Montgomery County, all their attorney did was enter their appearance. They didn't answer the complaint as ordered by the procedures. Okay, so they're in default too. This is a corrupt judicial system we have, and it needs to change. First off, why am I paying to get justice from taxpayers who we pay to do a job? And they're not doing it. Now we got to double dip, extort more money from the taxpayers to be heard from corrupt individuals we put into office. In this case, there are also citizens who forfeited and went back on a contract. But the thing is this: these individuals are covering for each other. A default judgment ends this case because their failure to answer. Now, the clerk of the court even notified these people, which is an illegal act, by notifying them the day I filed my default judgment. What kind of judicial system we have here in this country? It is not just. And I'm going to take this to the appeals court if I don't get my money. And if I don't win my lawsuit, because I'm not consenting to anything. I requested a jury trial if this was to go forward. I'm not going to go by one judge to decide. It's already been decided. They failed to answer the complaint. And that's what it states in the federal procedure guide. The defendants must answer, not put their appearance, but answer the complaint. Corruption, pure corruption. And for all you bootlickers, hey, we'll take this all the way up to the highest court in the land, because we citizens and free people are tired of this. You know, you all can jump on that train and get gas all you want to, but people today are waking up. And I'm telling all you free people out there, when this kind of stuff happens, don't let them sway you. As you see, they tried to make this. I just got this order. They tried to make this order before I filed my default judgment. And as you see, there's nothing on this order stating that I filed a motion to enter of a default judgment. Nothing. And today is the 14th? They claim they sent this out on the 4th. I'm just getting it. Isn't that remarkable? You know, I can turn back the little notches on a stamp. We have a corrupt judicial system, ladies and gentlemen, and it's time we do something about it. Look at this. Now, what's funny about this is that the attorney for the corporation of Montgomery County, which is right here. Let me see if I can get it where y'all can read it. That's the attorney for the Corporation of Montgomery County. Nowhere does it state that they entered an answer. It doesn't even get to that point yet that the judge ordered that they filed an answer to my motion for default judgment. Okay. All these people, and then they give me 14 days, y'all, to answer this consent, as you said, for having a magistrate hear this case. This case is over by law. I want my property back. I want the financial monies that they destroy these customers' vehicles and destroyed the motorcycles of a customer. I want all of it. And then I want charges brought up on these individuals. I'm going to the Department of Justice on all of this. And there are a lot of recordings you all haven't seen yet, but I'm going to put them on here. I just want to see how corrupt this system of justice is before we put it up here and show the evidence that we have to go into a courtroom and prove our case. You're going to see the raid on 6530 New Hampshire Avenue, where they went inside, broke into my private property without a warrant, Tacoma Park, without a warrant. And you're going to see the inside with them destroying the inside, looking for $65,000. That's right, $65,000. They were looking for money inside of a van. I'm telling you, this is why they destroyed it, broke into it without a warrant. You're going to see it. And you're going to hear some of the conversations that went on. Yeah, Tacoma, my van is mic'd up. Okay, so they're going to hear that. This is a corrupt system we have in this country today. And it stems all the way up to the judicial system. The procedures were written for people to follow. Even the judge told me in a letter that if I didn't do certain things, it would be grounds for dismissal. Okay? I did everything they asked me to do. I paid them more than paid the $2 that they asked me, even though their recording says it was just $400. But now, corruption has raised its head in the United States District Court. I'm not consenting to anything. As a matter of fact, I'm going down Monday and ask why did the clerk of the court have an ex parte communications with the defendants, notifying them that I filed a default judgment against them. They didn't notify me of anything. Why are they notifying these defendants that a plaintiff have filed something against them? They didn't even give me a chance to mail the motion out to the defendants without them notifying. I was at the post office and the attorney for Tacoma Park called me and said that the clerk had notified them that I had just filed a default judgment against them. What honest judicial system does that? And now I get this. After I file the N.O.J judgment, saying that I should consent to a magistrate. I made it very clear. I want a jury trial. I want free citizens to hear this case, see the evidence, and decide it. I don't want a phone call to a judge saying, dismiss. And sure enough, here we are. Corruption at its highest peak. You guys stand by.